Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today baby, we are making cheesy, creamy, seafood stuffed pasta shells. This recipe is so easy, it's perfect for a weeknight meal, and it's so rich, it's perfect if you want to just create this for a romantic evening in. Either way, whoever you make this recipe for will be licking the pan by the time you're done cooking it. Trust me. So if you're ready to see how I made this recipe, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm starting out with a packet of imitation crab meat that I already chopped up into small chunks. You want to dice it as small as possible. Then I'm going to go in with 1 pound of premium lump crab meat. You can use any type of fresh crab meat that you like. You can use jumbo lump. You can even use the cans, but the canned crab meat isn't really my favorite. So try to get the crab meat that they sell in the fish section of your local market. So I'm just going to go in with my hand and crush up and flake up all that crab meat. Now I have my medium-sized shrimp. You can use any type size shrimp you like, but you just want to make sure that you cut your shrimp into small pieces. Since I'm using medium-sized shrimp, I'm going to just cut them in half because once you cook it, they shrink a bit. So you just want your imitation crab meat and your shrimp to be around the same type size, just so that they can all cook evenly. They can cook evenly without drying out. Now I'm going to use a container of ricotta cheese. I believe this is like 15 ounces. I'm going to put the entire container into the crab and shrimp mixture. I'm going to add 2 eggs as well. I'm doing 1 egg at a time because I was just kind of trying to monitor how loose my mixture was. I don't want it too runny. You want it to remain nice and thick and firm, so that way it doesn't run out of the pasta shells as it's cooking. So here's my 2nd egg, and I'm just going to mix it up and incorporate them. And once that is all incorporated, I am going to start seasoning my seafood mixture. So once you're done with your stuffing, you're gonna season it with some Old Bay, about a tablespoon, a teaspoon of black pepper. You're gonna do 2 teaspoons of Creole seasoning. I just added 1 teaspoon at that moment. And then you're gonna go in with your cheese. I'm doing a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese and a 1/2 cup of mozzarella cheese, shredded mozzarella. At this time, I'm gonna go ahead and boil my pasta shells, and I'm gonna add a packet of frozen spinach to this. You can add broccoli as well, but spinach is what I chose to use. And now I'm adding my 2nd teaspoon of Creole seasoning, and you want to just make sure that this is just well seasoned. So now that my pasta shells are done, you want to run them under cold water while draining them, and you want to separate your pasta shells and also check them to make sure they're not split, because if they're split, you can't use them, of course. And you also, for easier assembling, you want to just make sure they're not hugged up on each other, because they tend to do that. Now I have 1.5 tablespoons of Kerrygold butter, and then I'm going to go in with 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. You can use fresh garlic if you like, but minced is easier. Then I'm going to go in with 1 quart of heavy whipping cream. All right, once that heavy whipping cream is warmed up, I'm going to add an entire packet of Philadelphia cream cheese. You can use whatever cream cheese you like, but here in Philly we do Philadelphia cream cheese. So once that cream cheese is all melted and incorporated, you're going to add 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. You can use jarred Parmesan, you can use fresh Parmesan. As long as it's shredded or grated, it just makes the melting process easier. Then I'm going to go in with the other 1/2 cup of my Parmesan cheese and a hefty pinch of pink Himalayan sea salt, but you can use any salt that you have in your pantry. That is completely fine. Once the cheese is all melted and your Alfredo sauce has a nice even consistency, it is done. You can turn off your heat off the stove, and it is ready for assembling. So let's get into that. So before assembling, you want to preheat your oven at 350. And to assemble, you are going to put some Alfredo sauce at the bottom of the pan so that your pasta shells do not burn while it is cooking. Use a regular tablespoon, serving spoon, whatever you got, and stuff them shells. You hear me? Stuff them to the brim. Stuff them till they're overflowing. You got more than enough stuffing. Stuff them, baby. Ain't no skinny pasta shells gonna fly over here or in your kitchen because we're trying to feed people, okay? Now, if you want to diet, you should not be making this recipe in the first place, okay? So we're not gonna make no diet-sized stuffed shells, okay? You see that? Big back pasta shells. You hear me? Fat back pasta shells, stuffed to the brim, like me and like you when you make this, because they're delicious, okay? I only ate 2 and my stomach was full, all right? And also, before we move forward too, as you can see, I'm stuffing these shells so beautifully. You can freeze these. Cook them all the way through like I'm going to continue showing you. Once they're cooked and baked and all that, throw them into the freezer if you're not going to eat all of them. Like these, I made a lot of pasta shells. There's only 3 people in my family that I was cooking for, and I didn't want to waste the stuffing, and I didn't want to waste the pasta shells, so I just made them all. And you see I'm making another small batch, so I ended up taking like half the batch and putting it in the freezer. Wrap them up really tightly and really well. You guys, they last up to 3 months in the freezer. When you defrost them and reheat them, they taste exactly the same way they did today when I made them, this day when I made them. So you want to put them in a 350 oven for about an hour. You want to make sure those shrimp are cooked all the way through, okay? And you want it to be nice and golden brown at the top. And then they are ready to serve. They are creamy and cheesy, and they are so rich and delicious. This meal, I truly enjoyed it. Everyone in my family really, really enjoyed it. They loved it to bits and pieces. But it's safe to say I won't be making this for a while, just because, listen, your girl can't have a fat back eating day every day, okay? I got this baby weight I'm trying to get off my body. And eating like this constantly ain't gonna help, okay? I've done overshared enough. But let's get back to this meal. You see how crispy and brown and juicy it looks? OMG. Serve this like I did with a nice green salad. And that is a meal, baby. Look at that. Look at this plate that I'm about to show you. This meal was so good. And I'm addicted to pepperoncinis. You know, I eat them for every meal. I eat them with breakfast, I eat them with lunch, and I eat them with dinner. I may need to go straight to therapy for that, because pepperoncinis are just so good. And then I shared some with my son. You know, he got 4 teeth now, y'all. So he be gumming some things. He know how to bite a little bit, but he be gumming some food. All right, and he tore it up. Now I didn't give him a whole one. I just, you know, I made him his own separate meal that wasn't this, but I let him eat off of some of what was on my plate, because you know how babies do. And he tore it up, and he a picky baby. So So with that being said, please like this video, leave any questions or comments you have down below in the comment box, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. And subscribe if you haven't already. You know, I really appreciate everyone who has subscribed thus far. We hit 4K, y'all. That is big. I never thought that we would even get to this point, and I'm excited to see where we'll go. And before I leave, I have seen you all's comments asking for the recipes in the description box below, and I know a lot of larger communities do it, or a lot of larger channels do it, and I just want to remind you guys, this is a one-woman show. I do the cooking, the cleaning, the recording, the lighting, the editing, the uploads all by myself, on top of working and taking care of a newborn baby every single day. I am sorry that I'm not able to get it to you guys. Maybe when the community gets a little bit larger, I'll be able to hire someone to help me out a bit, but until then, please bear with me and be nice in the comments, because listen, y'all, I love y'all, but some of y'all be mean, okay? And I don't got time. But yes, so thank you. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.